Namaste. I'm Cristi Christensen, and welcome to UDAYA Yoga. This is Awaken Your Chakra Connection, Chakra 1, Muladhara, the root in which all things grow. Come into Sukhasana, easy cross-legged pose. We begin by grounding the body, as grounding is one of the most important principles of the first chakra. So push down into what is in contact with the earth, growing down, 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 and rise up tall through your spine. Draw your navel in and up, and lift through the crown of the head. Let the hands rest on the knees. This immediately connects you to your physical form. The journey begins here. You call yourself home, home to your body, home to the place in which your soul resides. Connect to that home now by taking a deep breath in. Hold it for a moment. And releasing any tension, stress, dis-ease from your body. Ground it to the earth. Disconnection from your home, disconnection from your body creates a disconnection from life itself, creating a split within you between your mind and your body. This is also true when you disconnect from the very earth that nourishes, stabilizes, and strengthens. Your ability to ground, push into the roots again, to come home is necessary and essential for your survival. Close your eyes if you haven't already. Feel your body breathing, feel your heart beating, and call yourself back to this moment here and now. Find that rooted support within you and dig down, down, down into all the molten layers of you and the earth. This is the essence of your Muladhara chakra. This is your root support, your foundation for your life. This is home. The location is at the base of your pelvis, your perineum. The color is red, and the element is earth. Take one hand to your heart, and the other hand to the earth. Connecting your heart to the heart of the earth, and breathe in and breathe out. You plug in to receive, and you ground your fears, your worries, your tension. The mantra I offer you here is I reclaim the sacredness to my body and the earth. I reclaim the sacredness to my body and the earth. I reclaim the sacredness to my body and the earth. One more time. I reclaim the sacredness to my body and the earth. Take a deep breath in. Namaste. Slowly come onto hands and knees. So we start with the root, we start with our foundation, everything that is touching the ground. So bring your shoulders right over your wrist creases, knees underneath your hips, spread your fingers, dynamically push down. Inhale, open the chest, take the tail back. Exhale, rounding in, draw the belly in and up. So I want you to move a little slower than what you're used to. Focus on your foundation. Focus on your breath and focus on what's awakening in you now. The energy of earth is actually dynamic and strong and stable, but it's our tension that allows it to feel heavy or lethargic or dull. So use your breath to release that dullness and use the dynamic power of pushing down to energize the arms, the knees, the thighs. One more round, exhaling it out completely. And then inhale, bringing the chest forward, extend your right leg back, tuck the toes under, bring the tailbone in, ribcage lifts up, and extend and reach your left arm forward. Hug into the center and float your right leg up to hip height. Feel a lift of the frontal hip points moving towards the bottom ribs, and reach longer through the back heel all the way through the left fingers. Cultivating stillness, embracing, slowing down. And on an exhale, coil in. And then inhale, expand. If it's too much, you can always return the left hand down. Round in. Inhale, expand. Exhale, rounding in. Inhale, expand. The breath feeds you. Lower the left hand down. Spin your right heel and toes out, and you're going to shift your weight back, sealing the back foot flat. Adjust your left hand so the shoulders right over the wrist. Again, stack the bones. And we're going to stack hip on top of hip. Really root through the right leg, press to the outer edge of the foot. Look down first, look where you're going. Take your right hand to the underside of your waist and roll open to the sky. Spread the shoulders. Tailbone in. Dynamically push down to rise up with the energy. Come into your body. Shift your gaze down. Option now, float your right leg up to hip height. Flex your foot. You might feel a little unsteady. Keep finding that unwavering support in you. Tailbone and growing roots. Find a smile. And then bring your hand to your heart. Touch the hand to the earth. Bring the knee into the navel and find a way to step that right foot forward between your hands. Slide your left knee back. On an inhale, we rise into crescent moon pose. Scissoring the hips, pull your left inner thigh back, left hip forward, and ground down through the right heel. Feel power there. Draw the right heel energetically back so the hamstring turns on and you hug to the center. And feel the dynamic power of pressing into your roots and rising up. You start to gather the energy. Grounding does imply limitation because it creates a container to build our energy. It creates a container for us to manifest and bring our dreams into reality. One more breath. Exhale, hands come down. Step back to all fours. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, clear it out. Inhale, open the chest, pause. And then exhale, extend the left leg back. Toes tuck under. Back leg is strong from inner thigh to inner heel. And your right arm extends forward this time. Make sure you're stacking your bones and then float your left leg up. The pubic bone lifts up. It moves towards your sternum. Your sternum stretches forward towards the crown of the head. You hug to the center. Really extend even behind the knee. Press through the heel bone more. Beautiful. Exhale, coil in. Inhale. Exhale. So the slower we move, the more connected to the breath we move, the more present we can come. One more. Feeling the sensations of our physical body. Slowly lower the hand down. Spin the heel out. Lower the leg down. Shift it back. Adjust your right hand so the hand remains under the shoulder and open your hips. You can take your left hand to the underbelly of the right side of the waist, turn open from there, and extend your arm up to the sky. That's it. Front ribs in, spread the shoulders, push the ground away from you. Now you can stay where you are or look down again. So look where you're going. And then option to float your leg up to hip height. Take your tailbone in, yes, rib cage draws in. Express through the fingers. Find your foundation, find your core support. Hand comes to your heart. Hand comes to the earth. Coil the knee back into your navel and step the foot forward between your hands. On an inhale, rise up into crescent moon. Find your breath. Push down into the left heel. Draw right inner thigh back, right hip forward. Tailbone moves in, pelvis rises. Find more space in the sides of the ribs as you lift up. We have to be able to feel our physical body to even have a chance to feel our emotions. So come back into you. A disconnection from our grounding. We get lost in space. We are not connected to our reality, and we forget who we are. Exhale, hands to the ground. Shift the hips back, straighten your leg. Come up onto the fingertips. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, fold over the leg. Inhale, lengthen. Breathe into the back of the leg. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Cultivating strength and stillness. Inhale, lift your heart. And then exhale, bring the left knee back beside the right. Hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes, lift up behind the knees, press back through the heels. And then gently tap the knees down, coil through the belly, and then re-extend all the way back to plank. One more time, tap the knees, and then extend, lengthen back plank. Pull the belly in, and then shift your hips back, downward facing dog you go. Breathe. Spread your fingers. Roll to the inside of your hands. I want everyone's first finger really grounded, turning on the inseams of the arms all the way into the shoulders. Good. Lift your heels high into the air. Keep lifting the sit bones up. The rib cage is moving back towards your thighs. Keep that lift, but bend your knees deeply. Try to bring your rib cage and your thighs together. Lift your hips up even higher. Hug your outer arms in. Pull the belly in. Now keep all that length. Push the ground away from you and start to press the tops of the thighs back into the hamstrings, slowly straightening your legs. Pushing back, 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 back. Even the shins press back. And then the heels moving in the direction of the ground. Take a full breath in and a long exhalation. Exhaling helps you ground. Release the tension, ground your anxiousness. Slowly walk your hands back towards your feet. Feet are hip width apart. Your inner ankles are lifting and your outer shins are hugging in. That's gonna turn the feet on. You're gonna bend your left knee, bring your left hand to the ground, and you're gonna inhale the right arm, reach it up to the sky. Maybe roll the wrist in one direction and feel into your body. Roll the wrist in the other direction. Hand touches the heart. Back down to touching the earth. Bend your right knee, right hand moves an inch to the left, twisting open. Belly pulls back. Option to look down or up. Roll the wrist a few times in one direction. And the other direction. Good. Hand to the heart. Ground it to the earth. Fold your chest to the thighs. Inhale, come up halfway, lengthen. And then exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Push down into your heels. Draw the energy up from the legs. And with a flat back, rise all the way up to stand. We come to the top of the mat. Big toes touch, heels apart. Root down. Feel the rebound of energy rising up as you lift your inner and outer ankles, inner and outer shins, knees, thighs, and expand the arms wide, reaching to the sky. Lengthen through the tail. Exhale, hinge from the hips, bow forward. Release the head, keep lifting the sit bones up to the sky. Inhale, come up halfway to lengthen. Pull the belly back. Exhale, fold. Push into the feet, lift the inner knees up. Reach your arms wide, root down, rise all the way to stand. And then exhale, pull it in towards your heart. And we'll just add on from here. Reach the arms, push down into the heels. Energy rises up. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Take it down, touch the earth. Inhale, we lengthen, come up halfway. Exhale, step back to plank pose, top of a push-up. Shoulders over wrists, hug to the midline. Knees down, chest down, chin down. Pull through to the belly, cobra. Lower high, the elbows stay bent. The belly's on the earth, stretch through the legs. Exhale, shape shift it to the ground. Push back to all fours. Toes tuck under, downward facing dog. 5 slow, deep, rich breaths. When we are deficient in our connection to our root, we struggle with anxiety. We feel unstable. We feel lost in space, floating aimlessly without direction, without purpose. It's hard for us to ground and connect to reality or connect to anything. Slowly walk your feet to your hands. Stay on the earth. Inhale, come up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Press into the feet, strong legs, root down. From all things grow. Exhale, hands pull into the heart. Bend your knees, sink your hips. Come into chair pose, Utkatasana. Get low. Sit deep. Breathe. So the legs hug in together. You cultivate strength in your legs. You cultivate the support of you. Exhale, fold over the legs, release your head. Inhale, come up halfway, lengthen. Exhale, step back to plank. Slowly resist the ground as you lower chaturanga. Cobra or upward dog, you decide. Exhale, downward facing dog you go. Step the right foot forward between the hands. Spin the back foot flat, start heel to heel, and come up onto your fingertips. Draw the right hip back and wrap the left hip forward and ignite the power of your back leg more from your inner thigh to your inner heel. Lift your belly up off your right thigh and take the arms out to the sides like airplane wings. Feel the footing in the back heel. Spin the palms forward and resist your arms overhead. Ground more into the front heel and the back heel. From the power of your legs, inhale, rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. Inner left thigh pulls back. Will help wrap the left hip forward. Ground into the legs and rise up. Tailbone gently moves into the body, and there's a lengthening from the tailbone to the sternum, from the sternum to the crown of the head. The arms are strong. Feed yourself with your breath. When we're in excess of our first chakra, we become sluggish, heavy, lazy. We suffer from chronic fatigue. You might be greedy, stuck, and stubborn. With your breath, release those characteristics, release that energy to the earth. And on the inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale all the way through center. Step to plank. Resist the ground as you lower. Rise up on the inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward. Back foot flat. Come up onto the fingertips. You firm the left hip in. Your inner right thigh pulls back as the right hip comes forward. Take your arms out to the sides. Lift your belly off your front thigh. Spin the palms forward. From the strength of the back leg and your core support, reach the arms overhead. Yes. Inhale, rise. Good, and breathe. Can you imagine drawing the energy up from the roots of your feet? Draw it up from the inner, outer ankles. Plug it into your pelvis and rise tall through the spine. Find a steadiness, a stability. What are you resisting grounding into? What are you resisting in the present moment? Embrace the stillness, embrace the strength. One more breath from the roots to the sky. And then from the sky to the earth, we ground it, hands to the earth. Step to plank. Resist the ground, lower. Cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Ground the hands. Wrap the outer arms towards the nose. Press the tops of the thighs way, way back. Find spaciousness. Good. Inhale, looking forward. And then walk your feet, stay on the earth, all the way to your hands. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Again, lift the buttock bones up, engage the legs. Bend your knees, sink your hips, come back into your chair. Sit low. Cook for a moment, squeeze to the midline. And then powerfully rise. Hands pull into the heart. So we'll repeat 2 more times. So 1 breath, 1 movement, but still move with that same clarity of focus, gathering your energy, coming back into the now. Inhale, reach the arms up. Bend your knees, sink the hips, get low. Exhale, fold over the legs, release the head. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, step back to plank. Slow, lower knees or straight legs. Cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward between the hands. Back foot flat. Now 1 breath from your feet, you rise upward. Exhale, right to the earth like a prayer. Step to plank. Resist the ground. Inhale, rise. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward between the hands. Back foot flat. Root down. The place in which all things grow. Exhale. Step to plank. Lower to the earth. Cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Gather the energy, building that container, that unwavering support within you that becomes your safe haven to return to again and again, no matter what life circumstances are throwing at you. Find trust in the earth. Let it hold you. Let it support you. Slowly step your feet, walk your feet all the way to your hands, staying on the earth. Inhale, lift your heart, come up halfway. Exhale, fold chest to thighs. Bend your knees, sink your hips, come back into your chair. Powerfully sit deep. From the roots you rise. Pull it to your heart. And one last time, bend the knees. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, step to plank. Slow lowers 1 minute. Cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward between the hands, back foot flat. Rise on up in stability and grace, which creates ultimately freedom. Exhale to the ground. Step back to plank. Lower. Rise and up. Exhale down. Second side, left foot steps forward. Back foot roots. Inhale. From earth to sky. From sky, pull it to center, down to the earth. Step to plank. Resist. Rise up. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Tops of the thighs are pressing back. Imagine roots growing out through your hands. Roots growing down through your heels. Creating that anchor. This chakra has everything to do with our survival and having our basic needs met. When there is damage to our root, we struggle and we are plagued with those survival issues such as home, job, money, family, our root connections, where we come from. And we are trying to we flounder trying to find our place on the earth. So reclaim it now. And walk your feet all the way up to your hands. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale. Good. Take your feet about hip width apart. Spin your heels in, toes out. We come into Muladhara, low to the ground. Work the elbows to the insides of the knees and press the knees open. Feel the support through the pelvis. Good. Extend your right arm out, pressing the right knee open, and reach your left arm up to the sky. You can stay here or spin the palm back, wrap your left arm behind you, and maybe reach the right arm in front of the shin and roll the chest open. Again, just an option. Good. If you have the bind, keep driving the left shoulder blade back. The belly pulls in, heels root. Slowly release the arms, extend them, reach for the sky. Come back through center. Press the knees open. Extending left arm out, right arm reaches up. Option 1, you stay here. Option 2, spin the palm back. Wrap the arm behind you. Maybe reach it in front of your left shin. Draw the right shoulder blade back. Open the chest and breathe. Let everything slow down. Embrace the moment. Breathe into the presence. Breathe into the here and now. Get clear. Get focused. Slowly extend the arms. Hands back to the heart. Bring the hands down to the ground. Straighten the legs and pivot your toes forward. Inhale, come up onto the fingertips, and if you have a block, you can bring it to the top of the mat the horizontal way. You're gonna stand on the right leg and lift your left leg up to hip height for a supported, extended standing split. So the chest is reaching forward, you're hugging the outer hips in, and you're pushing down vigorously with your right heel bone. You're drawing up the inner and outer ankle, you're drawing up the inner and outer knee, you're drawing up the inner and outer thigh, and it plugs into the pelvis. Your left hip hugs in and you're reaching, extending through the left leg so strong that you could stand on that leg if you needed to, and the belly lifts. Feel the dynamic of power of grounding here as you push into something you energize and activate. One more breath, you're doing great. And then slowly soften your right knee. You're gonna take a giant step back. You can bring your block with you, place it to the outside of your pinky toe. Seal your back foot flat. Straighten your leg, bring your left hand to your hip, and we're gonna open up into a triangle pose. Back foot is flat. Push down with the hand on the pelvis, and slowly start to stand up. Press into your big toe knuckle, lift your inner arch, wrap your right hip under, and lengthen the underside of your body. There you go. Chest opens to the sky. And then you decide, do you want to look up where you're going, or do you want to reach for the sky? Find that balanced place within you. Keep reaching up, spin your palm back, and wrap your arm behind you, just like you did in Muladhara. It can rest on the pelvis, or it might catch the top of the thigh. Draw the right shoulder back. Can you feel the energy of the earth? Ground your toes. Yes. Lifting upward. Yes, nice, smile. So sometimes we get a little heavy in the earth, so we have to keep bringing that lightness back as you exhale. Bring the freshness of the new day in. Now we're gonna take this into Ardha Chandrasana half moon. So if the arm is behind your back, just bring it to your hip now. Look down. Bend into your knee and take your block forward. Push down into it and reach your left leg up to hip height. The hips stay open. They stack one on top of the other, and you can bring your left hand towards your right ribs and try to turn, lengthen from there. And then unfurl the arm up to the sky as an option. It doesn't have to, it can stay on the hip. The tailbone comes into the body. We did this earlier on all fours. Press the top of the thigh back and reach and extend through your heel. Breathe into the back of the heart. Again, ground more with what's in contact with the earth. Find that unwavering support in you. Awesome, guys. Now slowly bring your hand to your heart. You're going to bring the hands to the ground or the block. Square the hips. Come back into that modified standing split. Draw your knee into your navel and step the feet side by side. Fold your chest to your thighs. Yes. Lift your buttock bones up to the sky. Lift from your inner knees all the way up to your inner thighs. Bend your knees, sink your hips. Passing through a chair pose as you rise up. Now the hardest part here is you're going to try to suck that right foot up off the ground. Draw it into your chest. And bring your left hand to your hip, your right hand to your knee. Open the knee up. And we're going to find tree pose. Now, if your balance is a little unstable, like mine, you can also come into a little kickstand here. You just want to make sure you're above or below your knee. Set your eyes steady on a point and bring the hands together at the heart. Lift the sternum up into the thumbs and hug everything to the midline. Visualize, imagine your standing leg turning into the trunk of a tree. And then your heel bone, your toes start to grow out this amazing root structure for support. Allow your roots to grow deep. Allow the roots to nourish and be fed by the earth itself. Slowly reach the arms up. Rise tall. Maybe the arms open. Find an expression of your own sense of your tree. From your rooted support, all things are possible. Remember, it is our container to remember who we are and to manifest our dreams. Good, one more breath. Slowly come back to center. All right, we're going to stay standing a little bit longer. You got this. Make a peace sign with your first two fingers and hook your right big toe. Lift your knee up strong through the standing leg. The root of the thigh presses back. The rib cage pulls in. Now you can stay right here, or some of you are going to enjoy extending the leg out. And again, firm the hips in. Rise tall. Press through the heel bone. Reach the crown of your head. It might help you to balance by opening the left arm. You can decide. Find your breath. Eyes steady, strong. Grounding into you. Healing anything that's fragmented in you. Good, now we're going to slowly release the leg. Woo. And you're going to step it behind the left leg. You're going to bow forward. And then inhale, rise back up, stand at the top of the mat. Exhale, fold your chest over the legs, melt down. Inhale, lift the heart. Step back to plank pose, top of a push-up. Shoulders right over the wrists. We're going to open up into Vashisthasana. Right hand to the heart. So option one, the feet are stacked, or option two, a little easier, make a kickstand. And we'll reach the arm to the sky. Now for those of you that feel really balanced and strong here, you can try your tree pose here. Look down first, push down into what's in contact with the earth. Gather the energy upward. Stack the hips. If you'd like, you can look up. So it's not about not falling, but it's about not getting rattled when you do fall. Finding that inner strength to get up again. Hand comes into the heart. Come back to plank. Slow lower, chaturanga. Knees are straight legs. Cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. So sometimes moving slower is much more challenging, so don't be alarmed. Right? The challenge is to stay present, to not disconnect and go elsewhere. Keep returning to your body. Keep returning to your breath. Slowly walk your feet all the way to your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Pause, find your block, or finding is a good idea. We're gonna stand on the left leg this time. Right leg reaches up to hip height. So you're hugging the outer hips in. You're pushing down through your left heel vigorously, and you're lifting up through the inner and outer ankle, inner and outer knee. You're pulling the sides of the waist longer, sternum forward. And I want you to push into your right lifted leg as strong as you can, so strong that you'd be standing on it if there was a wall behind you. Feel the support in your belly. 2 more breaths. Feel the strength, the dynamic power in stillness. Create your container so that you can eventually flow, grow, expand. Take a giant step back. You can take your block with you. Seal the back foot flat, taking the block to the pinky toe side of your foot. Touching the earth. Hand comes to your hip. Triangle pose. Wrap the left hip under. You can bring the hand to the bottom ribs and slowly turn open, reach for the sky. So the inner back thigh is rolling in, root to the outer heel, wrapping your left hip under, then turn the belly up to the sky. Enjoy your breath. Enjoy your body. Embrace the stillness. Spin the palm back, wrap the arm behind you. It can rest on the sacrum, or some of you might catch the top of your thigh. Doesn't matter. Right, but draw the shoulder back. Try to find more rotation through the bottom ribs, more length in the sides of the body. Maybe close the eyes. Return your gaze down towards the ground. Bend into your knee, and just let the hand come to your hip. You're gonna reach your block forward a good 6 inches, maybe even a foot. Stand on the left leg. Push down into your left palm as much as you're pushing down into the heel. Keep the pelvis opening. Hands again can come to the bottom ribs. And reaching up. You don't even have to reach up. So the inner thigh is rolling in and you're pressing, extending, reaching through the heel bone. Find more space. Knit the front ribs in. Oops, sorry. Yes. Feel everything waking up in your ankle that's keeping you supported. Keep pushing down. Again, you plug in to receive. Beautiful. Now slowly bring your hand to your heart. Return the hand to the ground or to your block. Square the hips. Pull the knee in towards your navel and step the feet down side by side. Fold your chest to the thighs, bow and lift the sit bones up, 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 up. Let the head come down, down, down. Bend your knees, sink your hips, come into chair. Sit deep. And then lift, suck the left heel up off the ground. You can bring one hand to your hip, catch the ankle. We set up for tree pose. So just make sure you're above or below your knee. You can give yourself the kickstand if you need. Press your foot into your thigh, thigh into your foot. Hands to the heart. Eyes steady. Imagine your thigh turning into the trunk of the tree. Find that root support going down through all the molten layers of the earth, connecting to your sense of center, sense of home with the earth itself. Draw the energy upward. Draw in the nourishment you need as you reach and extend your arms up. Use those grounding cords to release anything that's not of you that you're holding in your body now. Again. Choose the present moment. Pull your attention, energy back to right now. Even though I know it's so tempting to check out and go elsewhere. Hands come back to the heart. Make a peace sign with your first 2 fingers. Catch your big toe. Smile. And then slowly, option 1, you stay right here. Option 2, you start to extend the leg out. Firm the standing leg in. Press the root of the thigh back and wrap the left hip under. Maybe you extend your right arm out. It just helps with balance. Grow tall through the length of the spine. Find a steadiness. So the winds are always gonna blow. Life is gonna continue to happen. It's how do we sustain the strength to be able to deal with the circumstances that come our way. That's what grounding Earth, Chakra 1, is all about. Taking responsibility for your life in this moment. Slowly release the leg. Take a step off to the right. Bow down. Whoa, great job. Inhale, rise up. We're almost there. Exhale all the way down to the ground. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, step back to plank pose. Standing on the right hand, stack the feet, left hand to your heart. Now right away, you might know you need to bring your left foot forward, create that kickstand. Arm reaches up. Or stack the feet and come into tree pose on this side. Again, you push down and what is into the earth, and then you rise up out of that. Pull the ribs in. Finding solidarity, finding containment, finding balance. Hand to your heart. Hand to the ground. Step to plank. Lower down, knees or straight leg. Let's just come to the earth and pause. Reach the arms forward. Forehead to the earth, palms touch, full body prayer. Grounding your fears, grounding your prayers, and grounding your dreams. From the earth, you cannot fall. Develop that trust as you let the earth support you. Take your arms back behind you. Press the palms into the ground. Stretch and lengthen through the legs and the toes. Press the pelvis, lift your chest up and lift your legs up for Shalabhasana so the belly presses down. Try lengthening the toes away from the sternum. Good. And slowly release. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Roll the centers of the thighs down. Stretch to the feet so much that the knees lift up off the ground. The buttocks lengthens. Push into the pelvis. Chest lifts. Legs lift. And release it down. Hands under the shoulders. Either tuck the toes, push back to plank, or come through all fours. Downward facing doggy now. So one final standing pose. Slowly walk your hands all the way back towards your feet. Feet are about hip width apart. You're going to take your left hand just towards the center of the body, and you're going to bend your left knee, reach your arm up like we did at the very beginning. So many options here. Option 1, you stay here. Option 2, spin the palm back, wrap the arm behind you. You can stay here. Next option, you reach the left arm through the legs. You might find your fingertips. Turn the chest open. Next option is you lift the left heel. Take a little step in. Push down into your roots. Push down into the left leg. Push down into your right leg. Lift your left leg up. Root the top of the thigh back. Grow tall through the spine. Final option is you extend the leg straight. Reach to the toes. Eyes steady. Do the best you can. Slowly rebend the knee and release the foot down. Come out as gracefully as you came in. Reach the left hand down. Extend the right arm up. Hand touches the heart. Hand grounds to the earth. Fold in. Inhale, lengthen forward. Right hand moves an inch to the left. Bend your right knee. Reaching hand to heart, hand to the sky. Option 1. Spin the palm back, wrap the arm behind you. Next option, reach right arm through the legs. Maybe you clasp and you roll the left shoulder back. Standing on the left leg this time, push down into the heel bone. Draw the energy up from the earth. Stand tall. And then maybe extending the leg, spread your toes. Finding peace with your body, will create peace in your body. Create a peaceful home within you. Slowly rebend the knee. Bring the foot down to the ground. Touch the earth. Touch your heart. Reach the arm back up. One breath. Hand to the ground. Turn the toes out. Sit into Muladhara, squat pose. Close the eyes. Grounding anything that is not of you. Reclaiming your place on the earth right here and now. Finding connection to all things. Bring the hands down. And just bring your butt down. Bring the soles of the feet together for Baddha Konasana. Hands come to the feet and just press the knees open the best you can. You're going to come forward, bringing the elbows to the insides of the knees and bring your chest forward. All right, you can let the forehead rest on a block if you like. And we'll take a few breaths here. Focus on your exhalations. Good. One more big breath. Root down through the pelvis. Draw your navel to your spine. And on an inhale, rise on up. And we'll simply extend the left leg forward. Keep the right knee bent. Janushirshasana. Inhale, reach the arms up. You're just going to turn from the rib cage so it points over your left leg. Hinge from the hips. And bring the hands down. Right, option one, you can stay right here. Option two, you can take hold of the pinky toe side of your foot. Come up onto the left fingertips and fold your chest over on the diagonal. The final option is you can wrap your left arm behind you. It might catch the top of the thigh. Draw that left shoulder back. And bowing down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep feeling a rooted support in your right hip. And imagine your right knee reaching, extending off to the right. Reconnect to you, to your breath. Get clear, get quiet. On the next inhale, rise all the way up. And we'll simply release the arms and switch legs. Ground through the pelvis, reach tall. The pelvis turns. The pelvis grounds. The bottom ribs turn, rib cage turns. And then folding forward any degree. And then inhale, lengthen. Keep rooting down to the left hip. Maybe left hand comes to the pinky toe side of your foot, pull back. Maybe right arm wraps behind you as you bring the forehead down. Close the eyes. Go inward. Calling all of your energy back. Calling back all the tendrils of yourself. Finding that reconnection, that recommitment to you is what will heal that mind-body split and will ultimately heal the earth as well. You reclaim the sacredness to your connection to you and to the earth. Make that your commitment. You could have all the money in the world, all the success in the world, but if you do not have comfort in your home, in your body, nothing else matters. Last breath. Ground into the exhale. And then inhale, rising up. Reach the arms up. Open the arms, flip them open. Good, we'll extend both legs forward. And just take your feet a little wider apart. We're gonna round the spine. And as slowly, slowly, slowly as you can, maybe for the count of 10, I want you to take each vertebra to the ground. And just laying on the earth. Before we slide into Shavasana, let's take one twist. So hug your right knee into your chest. Extend your right arm open to the right. Inhale. As you exhale, twist across your body to the left. Breathe up and down the length of the spine. And even here, press and extend through the left heel. Climb up through the spine. And then get heavy through your right shoulder. Back of the heart moves into the front of the chest. If it feels good to turn your head, you're welcome to. One last breath. Stay through the exhale. Knee to your chest, come back to center. You're gonna draw the left leg in as well and extend your right leg long. Extend your arm open and twist across your body to the right. You can adjust your hips as you need and then find an extension through the bottom leg. Breathe up and down your spine. And let the shoulder get heavy. And then slowly come back to center. Hug both knees in. Lengthen the tailbone forward. And then extend the legs out as wide as the mat. Let the feet flop open. Let the arms come away from the body, the shoulder blades down the back. Lengthen through the skull. And close your eyes. We come from the earth, and we will return to the earth. Heal that split within you. As you reclaim your connection to your body, you reclaim the connection to your Mother Earth. Allow it to provide the solidarity, the support, the nourishment that you need in your life. Let your roots grow deep, penetrating the deepest levels of the core of the earth. Grounding your tensions, your fears, your worries. And then receive up from the earth, up through the roots. The aliveness that it provides, the energy that it provides, the dynamic power that it provides. For you to create that safe haven within you. That you have a place to return to again and again. Slowly begin to bring your breath, your awareness back to your body. Feel your chest rise and fall. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Stretch your arms overhead, reach your body long, and hug your knees into your chest. Roll to your right side. Push down into the earth, rise up. Your Muladhara Chakra, the root in which all things grow. Find your supported, anchored base. Feel the two pillars of your sit bones growing down. Feel that rebound of energy rising up. And bring one hand to your heart, the other hand to the earth. This is home. Let's finish the practice by repeating our mantra 3 times. I reclaim the sacredness to my body and the earth. I reclaim the sacredness to my body and the earth. I reclaim the sacredness to my body and the earth. Take a big breath in. Exhale it out. Namaste.